Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Digital Experience Team's sprint release video or iteration release video. We'll go over what we worked on for the last 2-week period. I'm up first, so I will go ahead. So first up, I have OneTrust updates. There have been some carryover pieces for OneTrust, namely the Docs team added OneTrust into their repo, and the GitLab team added OneTrust to certain pages in the GitLab repo. So those are the GitLab repo. One is live now. I think Docs is being released today. So that's exciting, you know, helping out with those teams. And then we also updated the OneTrust script to allow auto blocking, and that happened in both www and in the new core site repository. And then I updated the handbook also to reflect those changes. And then after that, I worked on the footer updates. And so if you want to click on in B there, the minimal footer thing. Wait, is it frozen for? Yeah, no, okay, there.
No, sorry, I was just like totally just falling asleep. My bad.
You have one job.
I know, my bad.
Yeah, so if you go to that free trial down in the footer, that's the new minimal footer, has a cookie preferences tab. And then in the big footer, not huge differences, you know, way down. The cookie preferences tab is now under the company banner. And at the very, very bottom, where those links that say like view page source, view web IDE, those used to have a little underline space beside them, and it drove me nuts. So I got rid of those as well. And then we updated our some of the trademark text and stuff there. So that's in both this www repository and in the core site. And then I'm working on the stages of DevOps life cycle page. There's a lot of content missing. So that's in progress. And then I added a grade background component to the core site. Lauren pointed out that, you know, we weren't doing this the best way. Thanks, Parker. And so I just built out a new component that allows us to use a grade background on certain pieces. And lastly, I finished up this CE versus EE page. So this is, under the install subdomain. Jess and a number of other people, Dylan, have been working on this. So yeah, much simpler page compared to what was already existing in the live site. So that should go out today. And that's it for me. And next is Tina.
Hi, thanks. So the first item, I did some maintenance and slippers, the Figma slippers, and I tried to focus on links because I noticed some inconsistencies, particularly on the home page with our buttons, sometimes having arrows, sometimes not having arrows, sometimes the arrow's wrong. And then just ended up doing a deep dive and updating a bunch of other interaction styles. So I worked on buttons, links, tooltips, and accordions. They're now more succinct, more consistent, and have documentation in Figma on how to use them. And next, I also took a look. I did a bit of due diligence on the UX for the pricing page pop-up that I believe Nathan was going to work on this iteration. Just wanted to make sure that everything was a-okay and we weren't making a huge mistake in adding this pop-up. So hopefully we can do a bit of A/B testing or something like that. Maybe an iterative approach on how we're going to handle that since there are so many eyes on that page. So I also added readmes to the file and updated link styles. The other item is I worked on the features page. I created a second iteration of the features page, which I believe Nathan is also going to be working on. I added some additional interaction to reduce effort and support information seeking. I added a tabbed UI, as you can see at the top, some filtering options. I also highlighted some product categories. It's a bit larger in scope than the original design, but we can do this iteratively. I'm pretty confident about that. And I see that I believe Barker added D to the list. Adjust logos on the homepage. I haven't read the issue yet, but I will be working on that and delivering that today. Next is Javi.
Hello. This iteration, I worked on adding a programmatic query string to GLM tracking from free trial page to trial start. I don't know if we're going to need this now that Docs is going to have OneTrust, which is awesome. But I still think that like this approach of starting to track like traffic from different areas of not just about, but outside of that realm to the pricing page will help us know like what's getting people to pull out their wallets. So that's helpful. And then, so I did the same for their CTA. on the docs page, so on the main navigation on the right-hand side, there's like a query string attached to the CTA of that. So that'll help us, again, with knowing what that's, what's going on with that. Right here, I have add marketing alert boxes, 10 pages guiding for trial. We're still figuring out where we're gonna put this, but I wanted to just show what it is, because I don't think I've showed it before, like this call out. So this is what it looks like. And this is wonderful, great. I did not do the development for this. This was like people on docs. But essentially all I'm doing is putting it in the page and finding out like what this URL goes to and like the content and whatnot. So that's that. Let's see what else we have. So we have add feature availability to hub section at the top. This is actually like, again, related to docs, but it's more so something that stays permanent across all pages of docs. So this is like essentially being pulled from over here, this section right here, and essentially just something over here. And this is the first MVC for this design suggestion that they've created on growth from the UX team. And so I also linked, I believe, the designs of what it looks like, what the final version of it should look like. So there's that there. I have navigation stability. This essentially is fixing all of our mess when it comes to making sure the navigation looks proper, both in the www repository and the buyer experience. There's been like lots of weirdness with them. So just making sure that across both sites, this looks consistent. This isn't something that we've always hit the mark on. So just making sure that like all the little things that happen as you switch between. And then Tina wrote a comment that this is 404. I believe the issue is confidential, so I don't know if that's being, yeah, sorry. I can show it to you, Tina, just so that you can see like afterwards. So, but yeah, that's it for me. Up next is Laura.
All right. So I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we have a digital experience subgroup now. Woo! And like, that is not where that was supposed to go. Oh, wow. Here, let me go find that link and drop it in for you in the chat.
Yeah, you can drop it in the chat.
Oh, gosh. Such a like lead up to a fail there. There it is, digital experience group. And what's really cool about this is we're going to put our repos here and our projects and our issues, and the issue can live in the project, and you can create MR straight from it and all kinds of amazing stuff. We have 3 projects there right now. Onboarding for our digital experience team members. And this is where all of our new team members have specific issues for onboarding to our team. We have our buyer experience repo. That's our brand new, beautiful Next site. And we have our Slippers design system. And we just moved that repo into there. And I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be really cool. So that is A. B, I created a solutions template for our wow, that was a word vomit. Created a solutions template for in the buyer experience journey. So we have a solutions template that's in the www repo, and it's like, okay, we need to build this in our buyer experience repository. So I went ahead and did it, and here it is. I still have some tweaking to do, but what's really cool about this is it utilizes us to build a series of pages that live in a data directory, defines what the routes are, and it's adding a whole bunch of new components. So it's cool. It's like the first step to really starting to build out lots of pages. Really excited to get that out the door. Disabled the global banner, and there was a hot fix for doing that. We had a banner about the IPO, and we just had to take that off the site. Worked on setting up projects for onboarding our new team members, and then created an epic within our digital experience group that then links to our buyer experience project, where it's visual quality assurance issues for a whole bunch of different devices, browsers. And then in this same project, they're going to create issues for when they find things that are like, whoa, that looks weird. And we'll have a nice catalog of things we got to work on, which is awesome. This next one's super exciting. We had this epic community contribution where we upgraded to Middleman 442. And this guy also collaborated with the maintainers of Middleman to get them to actually bump the version of Middleman for us, which is like, wow, really cool. So that's live. Let us know if there's something funky there. Bunch of content updates that went out, and then a couple regression patches. The big ones are for our blog posts. If you hop down to them, I'm just skipping over those content updates. It's just content. Our blog posts, if you scroll down, oh, whoa, wait, go back up. Up. Mermaid, wait, up. A little more. We're looking for those mermaid charts. There they are. Yeah, those things, we had a regression when I enabled our blog navigation helpers. Didn't re-enable those mermaid charts. And so now they're enabled. That was cool. And then if we scroll all the way to the bottom, our disk comments are now confined into the container. They were spreading 100%. So that is really cool. And then last but not least, we updated the buttons on our customer reference template. Just noticed that in that sidebar, those big CTAs, the watch demo was purple. So made it our nice outline button. And that is live and out there. So I'll let Laura take it away.
Yeah, so that's all we have today. Thank you for joining, and we will see you next time.